Hi there, it's Terrific Tea-Loving Tyler, welcoming you back to another episode of Cosmic Crit. If you are new to the podcast, welcome. This season I am playing drone mechanic Nikithi, a crazy alien of the Osharan race, which are giant slug-like people, and I personally love them. And if you love them too, why don't you go over to Twitter and give their creator a shout-out. Lunala Pelazar, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, at Mahosloth, Mahousloth. She created a bunch of other the playable races in the Alien Archive and Alien Archive 2, and thank you, because they're pretty darn awesome, and it's one of the reasons why Cosmic Crit gets to be so great, is because we have such great creators to play off their content. I'm here to tell you that each month on the podcast, we like to challenge our fans, the Crittermanderers, into making some cool additions to the Starfinder universe in the form of fan submission challenges. You've maybe, if you haven't been around, if you're new, you might not have seen these, but we do run these every month. March's challenge is almost over, but you still have some time to submit. We are asking for additions to the official Paizo Critical Hit deck to spice up our game and everybody else's, as we always make the Critical Hit deck just like the Critical Fail deck. We make it available to everyone. So if you submit our favorite Critical Hit, you'll win a prize. And the rules are in the link in this episode descriptor, or you can find it at our website at cosmiccrit.com. There's also an example so that you can see the correct kind of format we want to use that kind of mimics the official Critical Hit cards. Now, if you've been around the podcast for the last 76 episodes or so, then you know we are trying to build a community of gamers and writers and artists, sci-fi fantasy fans, pretty much anybody who wants to be a part of the tabletop RPG community and all the ancillary aspects of that. So part of this is this ongoing mission led us to start our Patreon campaign. If you want to help us produce more bonus episodes, blooper reels, live streams, other fun behind-the-scenes content and whatnot, then there's no better time to join up. And it's just $2, $5, $10, whatever it is. We greatly, greatly appreciate it because it helps us keep making this content, and we love making this content for you folks. But that's all I have for this week's intro. So stay tuned next month. We have some really great announcements coming out for CritterCon 2 and the future. 2019 is going to be insane for both Cosmic Crit and all the Crittermanderers. You don't want to miss out on one of these episodes. You don't want to miss out on any of our special events. So join the Discord and get involved in the community. Enjoy this week's episode, number 77, entitled Mist of Fury.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Tonight, we take to smashing this podcast's rocking records with lucky episode number 77. Because emptiness is loneliness, and loneliness is grittiness, and grittiness is godliness, and all the gods are GMs, just like me. My name is Patrick, and I'm your GM. Welcoming you back to Critting Pumpkins. Joining me in shaking these zipper blues are a collection of live wires and disenfranchised Generation X youth from Heartland, USA. Join me in welcoming my 5 friends and your bullfleam fakers from Enchanted Kingdoms. To my right, save your criticals for when you're really going to need them. It's Tyler playing Nikithi.
I'll never get a critical, but it's nice to be here.
Who is right? The days are much too bright, so her darkness spells aren't the only thing cast at night. It's Rebecca rocking Talar.
Hello.
Across the digital table, despite all his rage, he is still just a bear in a cage. It's Miles with a win.
Good evening.
To his right, the world is a vampire sent to drain your constitution score. It's your burp. Bringing Bum Puzzle.
Hey, bud.
And to my left, their end is the beginning of their end, but the beginning isn't the end of their beginning. It's Drew running with Kaz.
I know I'm not playing a rat anymore, but you don't want to give me that pun that I could make?
No, no longer it's Oki. How are you doing, everyone?
Good.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You know what time it is. What happened last time on Cosmic Crit?
On arriving in the Nakanda system, the crew drops out of drift space to find 2 short-range Aslanti drones.
The crew had a contentious 2-week journey, with Wynn getting a kick to the face for sniffing Talara, and Bumfuzzle breaking stuff, much to Nikithi's chagrin.
Wynn comfortably sits in the captain's chair, encouraging his crew to successfully attack the Aslanti drones.
Kaz fits naturally into the gunner's seat, critically damaging the enemy's power core with his first shot.
A few shots later, 2 drones are down and our ship was minimally damaged. We set off victorious to land on Nacondas.
Right, that was last time. So when we left off, Captain Wynn of the Hexen Way trying to make contact with the colony down below on the planet's surface. Miles, you spoke in your uplifted bear's actual voice last time when we left off.
I did indeed, because unfortunately Wynn's psychic abilities or telekinetic abilities, telepathic abilities, are only 30 feet and don't really communicate well over communications.
Right. Can't reach to the planet's surface.
I didn't even think about that before we started. I was like, oh yeah, no, of course you can't psychically communicate via planetary comms or what have you. So we had to hear a bear barking commands down planet side.
Roar!
Was that the first time that the rest of the crew had heard Wynn's actual voice, not the psychic kind of voice that you put on?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
boy. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, it makes sense, I think. It checks out. I think if he had opened his mouth and was like, my name is Wynn and I am a bear, then I think we would all be taken aback a little bit more.
Do you have any honey?
Do you have...
Oh, bother!
Oh, bother!
Oh, Christopher Robin, I could just really use some honey.
Yeah, no, I would not allow that for sure. Miles, Wynn did send down a number of communications across broadband transmissions. It seems like something in or below the surface's atmosphere is causing some distortion, and either your signals don't seem to be getting through or there's nothing there to receive your calls. You guys get some pings back on your communications that you're sending down. Why does anyone with a computers or an engineering skills give me a check? See what you get. See what I can tell you.
Alrighty. Well,
I will save my dice.
Oh, is it going to be another one of these campaign gibberish? You destroying every single skills check? No. Bumfuzzle is an expert gadgeteer, which means you get like a ton of bonuses to engineering, right?
right. Yeah, for sure.
So I imagine the little goblins got on like a big set of ear cuffs, like a big headphone set over his ears, and it's like, listening into the data coming back.
Mhm.
You rolled, what is it you rolled?
That was a 29.
Okay, geez Louise. This is DC 19, and you're looking over this data. It seems like there is some kind of mechanical interference in the form of a modulated static field disrupting communications. And it's somewhere within a few hundred miles of where you think the colony of Madelon's landing should be.
Mm-hmm.
So a signal jamming device of some sort. But if you had to guess, it's at the very least a level 4 signal jammer, which is very high tech, or something beyond that, something beyond packed technology, because you've never seen a signal jam over such a wide area. It looks like it's covering over 100 square miles.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I would relay that back to my team.
Mhm.
Looks like there's some shenanigans happening down here planet side.
I guess, does anybody have anything to say to that, or Captain Wynn, do you have any advice for the crew?
So basically, there's just a 100-yard just dead zone, or 100-mile dead zone.
Yes, a signal jammer. It's stopping communications ostensibly from getting in or getting out.
Is there any way to pinpoint? Can we pinpoint where the signal?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask
is?
as well.
I mean, it would have to be somewhere within that area, but that is a huge blanket of area.
Yeah, I mean, presumably it would be in the center.
That's what. Yeah. I agree.
We might not be able to like visualize the thing on a map.
No, if you were to bring the ship into the Atmo and get closer, you are pretty sure that the Phoenix's respite, on closer inspection, the ship's sensors could get a better feel for what's going on the planet's surface. That would not be blocked by a signal jammer. The ship's sensors could, at the very least, give you some data of what's down below.
Well, let's do that then. Let's have Bumfuzzle take us down closer to the planet so that we can get a better reading.
So doing that, yeah, the respite pierces the stratosphere, makes a long burn through very thick atmo, and you're able to make another sensor sweep over this area that you had hoped to land nearby to the colony, somewhere within that 100-mile kind of radius. And you see physically beneath you, as you're looking out the windows, maybe thousands of feet of fog cover forests in this area. It looks like the planet is covered in just moss and cotton balls from this high height, but your sensors are able to get some readings back to you. It's a computer's check to interpret a lot of this data. Someone make me a computer's check. It's pretty low DC. I'll preface it that way.
Okay.
Oh no, Captain Wynn rolling a natural toot cannot decipher.
I would have rolled a 17.
So a 9 on the dice, and you've got a +8.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so yeah, DC 12. You pass that one. That doozy of a check that it looks like we needed you for. And you can see in the data there are some man-made structures below. You get life signs of over 100 humanoids, and many of them your ship is able to identify specifically as human. So this is exactly where the colony should be, but as you're scanning it in the colony center, there's an odd, humongous structure just right smack dab in the middle of this small town. And on the scans, it looks like some kind of giant prefabricated ship, multi-story structure, a lot larger than the rest of the buildings.
Open fire.
And
not taking any chances. Just level it.
all right, the town is exploded in a massive laser blast.
Well, let's go home, everybody.
Yep.
Good work. Now they don't need those supplies.
And we get to keep the supplies. We didn't even have the... No, this giant structure, it's made awed by the fact that the scanner is detecting 2 large starship-scaled heavy laser cannons mounted to the top of it. Some kind of aerial defense station of some sort. And they are aimed solely towards the sky.
So
Shoot
is this a packed technology, or...
Give me that culture check, anyone, to tell if you've seen this kind of configuration.
Can you do piloting to notice the type of ship?
This is not a ship, but these are ship-scale weapons.
I see.
Oh, I am rolling nothing but toots today.
If you want,
Well,
yeah,
better than my one.
I was about to say if you want to roll piloting to see if you can identify easily the weapons, you can. But oh boy, we've got natural toot, 3 natural toots. What are you guys doing to me?
We're saving the rolls for combat.
Natural 1 for bum.
Yeah.
Win, what did you roll here on the
A
piloting?
20 for piloting.
So that's enough to know that at least these weapons seem to mesh with stories about Aslanti defense platforms, in that they are able to put these large anti-starship weapons in key locations, kind of masking them under signal jammers and things like that. And yeah, they're pointed straight up, so...
It seems the Aslanti are already here.
Will these be weapons that are designed for like just shooting starships out of the sky that are in orbit, or can they be like aimed?
They are not orbital weapons. They would be able to cover probably a few miles above the airspace, but they would not be orbital weapons.
Okay, got it.
With the air cannons in place, we will have to approach this settlement on foot.
Agreed.
Well, mainly you have to do that because from your intel, it looks like the only place in the town center that was large enough to accommodate your ship. I mean, I don't know when this happened, when this building went up, but it is occupying that only space. So there's nowhere that would fit the Phoenix's respite too.
I see. That would have been the starport right there.
Yeah, it looks like someone or somebody landed something pretty nasty there. So do you I imagine you're looking elsewhere?
Yeah, we'll look sort of, a little further afield, but we're gonna try to kind of fly in low. I feel like try to stay under the radar.
Yeah. So if you want, we got another idea.
And hear me out here. We can take the supplies and sell them somewhere else, and not interfere with the Aslanti.
How about as Plan B?
We were hired for a job. We complete that job. There are people down there that need our help, and we will help them.
No job I've ever done has been easy. This will be fun.
All of you know that supposedly Sedona, your mutual friend, should be down there on the planet and is expecting those supplies.
Right, we have business of many sorts to attend to here. I say we make our way to the surface as quickly as possible.
Can I use Profession Smuggler to help me figure out what we should do?
Oh, like a good place to put down.
Go ahead and make me a roll, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this one. Kind of excited about this one.
It's a 17.
Right. So if you, Talara, were indeed trying to get these supplies that you're bringing in smuggled in, of course you would have to land the ship not outside of visual range, but outside of auditory range as well. You cannot be close enough to allow someone that's maybe in a conning nest to hear your ship break through the atmosphere, burning jets. So you'd have to be several miles away and go in by foot, bringing in those supplies piecemeal. Normally you would have a vehicle of some sort meet you there and kind of scoot them inside. That would be your professional due diligence to sneak in unobserved.
Well, if the Aslanti are here, I would imagine we want to be unobserved because we don't know exactly what's happening. Like, even if we have a contact here, I don't think that our crew is going to just want to be noisy and just stroll on in. They're going to want to get a lay of the land first.
So it's time for some tactical espionage action. Little sneaking mission.
Yay!
Well, I mean, I don't know if we necessarily have to be sneaky yet. We just have to, being just a sneaky mission, we just don't want to make a huge noise with our arrival. We can kind of still stroll on in there because I don't think anyone knows who we are except for our contacts, as far as we know.
I do not know if you know the Aslanti, but they will not care. If you are alien, then they will just...
I was speaking as Miles, not as Win.
Okay, yeah. So I think we're in agreement. We're gonna try to take Talara's advice here and set down a few miles outside of range, and maybe I don't know, throw some bushes on top of our ship.
Well, I mean, yeah, you'd be pretty far enough away, but you can enter the atmosphere and descend even 100 miles away, and then just kind of cruise at a normal speed over the treetops, kind of. Avoiding long range radar and just
we'll just drop in on the other side of the planet and then just sort of just fly around in the upper atmosphere and descend down when we get into radar range.
If only I had a map of the surrounding area. There is a good many mountains here.
Let's see.
This is what the general area looks like. Each of these little ticks is about a quarter mile or so. So yeah, you can land on the north side of the range. It's on the south side of this mountain, and it'll be a bit of a hike, but it'd be pretty hard to detect you unless someone was actively searching.
I see. So can you mark roughly where the colony is on this map?
From the data you've got, it's just about down here on the southern side. So you'd be like 4 or 5 miles You know, so a couple hours walk away, depending on the terrain.
Yeah. This looks like a nice spot right up here. What do you guys think about that? We see have a nice little like.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Yeah, up in the mountains.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're able to find a pretty suitable landing location in this small valley a few miles from the colony. It's very rocky ground where you've picked, but you see there's only a few places flat enough, large enough for your starship to land. And this is one of them. Nearby, there's ancient growths of trees that kind of rise up, and they cover nearly every inch of Nakondas's surface. And let's get down there.
Is this like temperate forest, or is this like jungle with like a huge canopy?
It's maybe like a little mix of both. It seems like fluctuations in the weather here that might account for both. There's some definite odd weather going on because I think we mentioned in the last episode that just about the entire planet, if it's not covered with this low hanging fog, there are, low hanging cloud banks that just kind of like move through the mountains, move through right over the tops of the trees, obscuring vision, making it very difficult to kind of get a lay of the land. And as you break the seal on your starship for the first time in 2 weeks, the weeks of bear dander and Osharan goopiness and the malodorous funk that seems to radiate off of Bumfuzzle, all that's wiped out as your nostrils kind of take in, and that is replaced by the freshest air any of you have smelt in months, if not years.
Wynn's definitely taking a huge breath in because while he's capable of space flight and everything, he's most comfortable in vegetation and forests. Back to his kind of roots as a bear, but most uplifted bears tend to prefer being in nature. So he's feeling very much at ease.
Can we get a readout on what the atmosphere mix is here? It sounds like be lots of oxygen.
Yeah, it's about 35%.
Yeah, it's pretty standard, like arboreal atmosphere. Whatchamacallit, very very helpful for plant and animal life. It seems like maybe a little oversaturated with oxygen. If you take a look at the readings, they'll tell you one thing. Your nostrils will tell you something else. As it feels just kind of like the air outside right before a storm front is moving in on Earth's biome. So
that kind of ionized air.
Each breath you guys are taking, it feels positively charged, very crisp, very clean. Obviously full of moisture as these fog banks are kind of moving past you. And you take a look up and you don't think anyone would be able to see the Phoenix's respite unless they were on top of it. You've got about 30 foot of unobstructed vision here before it becomes just opaque whiteness. So every lungful of the air, you can feel the stress of your space journey kind of melting away. This battle that you just had in space disappearing. But the atmosphere, it does feel charged. There's definitely something in the cloud banks that feels like there's maybe some electricity in the air.
We should stay under the tree canopy whenever possible.
So you can get over there pretty quickly. As you guys are walking out, when you see the scene that plays out ahead of you, maybe Talara stretching out artificial gravity aches. Bumfuzzle, you have not relieved yourself in some time, so I imagine you have to find the little goblin's room. But this triggers...
I don't know why that would be. Oh, because I'm flying. I see.
You just had a space battle. So.
Well,
but as you're watching this in real time, when in your mind you see a psychic memory playing out in front of you, and it overlays on top of your new crewmates, you see a young Wynn of the Hexen Way amongst them, standing next to a stately-looking uplifted bear, wears a prominent necklace chained around her neck, heavy robes, and wearing thick, segmented glasses. This is the matriarch of the Hexen Way, your tribe, and she intones to you psychically from the past. You remember this many years ago, and you see yourself through her eyes. She says,
"We keep that which bore us sacred. Our people, while no longer of the soil and trees, must never forget their importance. While others endeavor to seek the stars, we must always remember that 2 paws on the ground will center us. When you are adrift, Wynn, it is your connection to the Holy Mother that will help you find your way home. I've been told you wish to leave the tribe and make your way amongst the heavens. What are your plans? Where would you go?"
I am going to join the Xenowardens to fight against how much the nature of every planet has been ravaged.
do you consider Wynn to be a very pious individual? Is this like a righteous thing?
For young Wynn, it was, because I mean, he was very idealistic at first when he joined the Xenowardens. He felt that, you know, their cause was just in trying to create a balance by the complete metropolitanization of so many planets and some adverse effects of terraforming, and seeing what some of those experiments had done to other planets. And so in his head, I think when he first wanted to join up, it was something that was idealistic, and then became something maybe a little darker.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This psychic memory is one that rattles around in your augmented brain every once in a while, and it's one of the few that kind of keeps coming back to you, no matter what. You know, what would have happened if you had stayed back and not joined them? It's probably a question all of us ask, like, what if I went this way instead of that way?
Well, one thing that, I mean, like, as he's, you know, letting this memory play out, he does kind of think to himself as he's trying to center himself. He just thinks to himself, you know, 2 paws on the ground, and lets that kind of play, because that specific thing imprinted on him. That's kind of part of his credos, 2 paws on the ground.
So traveling through the woods to Madelon's house we go. What are you guys doing? What's your marching order? What's happening here?
I think, well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think Bumfuzzle would try to stay out in front and just sort of scout ahead and look for threats.
Yeah, that's fine. Having a scout ahead is fine. I would imagine Kaz and Wynn would be close behind, with Nikithi and Talara kind of covering our rears.
And I should say, Nikithi's way in the back, and he's just complaining the whole time because he's old, he's not very strong, and he doesn't like this.
Well, it's funny you say that. I was going to say Talara would be standing next to Nikithi, and I think in contrast with the experience that Wynn is having, I think she would turn to Nikithi and be like, "This terrestrial life, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live here."
Boy, this terrestrial life is for the bears.
Oh boy, let me just start the counter now. Bear puns.
I have to agree. I would much rather see this on postcards than ever hike through something as archaic as this.
But is there not something to be said for seeing this with your own eyes?
Are you in this conversation? I thought we were further ahead.
I feel like we're not that far away.
Everyone's talking. It's fun. You guys you're bonding over your hatred of camping.
In contrast to that, I think the Akata drone would maybe be climbing around and having fun.
Do you let it kind of off the leash here?
Yeah.
All right. It's murdered several small woodland creatures.
That's fine.
Obliterated them.
In fact, does she bring it back to me like it's a little prize?
There's very little left, but yes, there are death prizes.
I congratulate her thoroughly. Good job, Idas. You are a good girl.
So from what you've described to me, you guys are just kind of clumping through the forest.
Oh yeah,
I would definitely be. I'd be stealthing and survivaling the whole way.
I was going to make a point about making sure we keep our eyes open, because this is a dense forest and no sensor can defeat our own eyes.
Or my keen nose.
Perhaps the nose.
For some of them.
Perhaps the nose on the perception checks, but I will remind you, as soon as you get into the thick of this forest, you can not see beyond 30 foot as the fog becomes nearly impenetrable. So it becomes total concealment past 30 feet. So you're going to want to rely here on your ears, your nose, what have you. Why? I've gotten descriptions from everyone. Why don't we start this off and everyone make me a stealth check? Everyone's favorite skill check on the podcast.
Patrick, does the drone have to make a stealth check as well?
No, I've incorporated a bonus or a negative based on your drone's actions. That will be based on yours. Unless you have ranks, your drone is very stealthy. You can roll instead for them.
The number of natural toots that I've had tonight is astounding.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. level 1 is not awesome.
So, just taking a look at the rolls here.
Been eating those space beans.
Everyone else is just literally breaking every twig and branch possible, whereas Bumfuzzle has grease paint under his eyes and just put a bandana on his like a jungle cat. What did you roll, Jabert?
That'd be a 24, Patrick.
Okay,
Bumfuzzle is broken.
Bumfuzzle in season 1 is what I want to know.
Right? Yeah, where were you the whole time, Bumfuzzle?
Yeah, exactly.
No one asked him to make any stealth or engineering checks. You guys really missed it.
I believe we asked him to do several things many times.
He failed a number of engineering checks, if I remember.
Well, I averaged his roll with Cattywampus's. Cattywampus had a negative 10 in every skill. So it was kind of like, bad side of the coin. It always comes up every once in a while.
Should have rescued Collywobble.
Right. So I've got the rolls here. This determines how we get to the next section. As you all are skulking through the forest here, you hear the distant hoot of some kind of animal you don't think you've ever heard before. And through the fog, almost this distant humming vibration just kind of seems to envelop this woods here. It's almost like the fog itself kind of shaking as it kind of rubs against the treetops, the undergrowth. Parts of this forest are indeed so tight you do have to walk single file at parts, so I do have a general marching order here that we talked about. Why doesn't everyone go ahead and make a perception check for me?
So we can hide our numbers. Man, I hate level 1.
Man, I thought that 18 was mine. I was like, oh, these guys are going to hate me for this.
Oakley dokely, let's take a look here. I think the highest roll looks like Talara at the very back, right?
Amazingly, yeah.
You say that because you rolled highest on the dice, 18 on the dice.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then we've got Win rolled a 14, Bumfuzzle rolled a 14, and yeah, as you're walking through this fog, this kind of pea soup, you're already on top of them when you hear another group of humanoids walking through the mist. And Bumfuzzle at the front, you can barely make out this figure, a form coming through the undergrowth. You can definitely hear their footfalls. It doesn't sound like they're trying to be quiet, but as soon as this happens, you hear the sound of a rifle being cocked, a bullet being loaded into the chamber. We are in turn order for some combat action. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no!
Oh, everyone's rolling real well here already. I'm not liking this one.
All right, well, there you go. Does that make you feel better?
I should say everyone except of Tyler. What did you roll?
I rolled a 4, so a 6 altogether.
Oh, Tyler. Great. Got the initiative count going here. We are in a surprise round, though, for everyone that rolled a 14 or higher on that perception check, which, by my notes, first, it's going to be a Bumfuzzle, then a Win, and a Talara, who are number 1, 2, and 3 in the initiative turn order, which I love when that happens. Everyone, it makes a lot of sense. Even though Talara's in the back, maybe her trained tiefling ears is just picking up the sounds coming through the forest, ricocheting off the trees. Let's see. I have to roll some initiative as well, but why don't we? I don't think I'm beating a 22 initiative check from Bumfuzzle. Jabert, do you have a move or a standard action you'd like to do?
Let's see. Do I see? Can you sort of point where they're at?
They are ahead of you. You cannot see them from where you are at currently. You can hear them. You can see like shadows through the mist, but you must be at least 30 feet away. So to get a lock on them now, you'd have to move forward, or they would have to move forward.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to just move forward a bit, and I'm just going to try to stealth behind some trees here.
Okay. As you do see, I'm going to reveal 30 foot here, what looks like a couple of humanoid figures in pretty heavy looking armor, taking hiding positions behind what looks like a giant collection of shrubs and bushes that are indeed very difficult terrain, almost impassable, and they seem to be taking up defensive positions here. Very high-tech armor. I don't know if it's something Bumfuzzle has seen before, but if these are Aslanti, these aren't the green face-covered armor of the Aslanti that invaded the Drift Rider. Mm-hmm. They look maybe lighter scout armor of some sort. You can see their faces and the purple of their eyes, and this looks like two very stern women. Let you take a look at what this art looks like.
Nice.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm so glad they have variations of armor in this book. That I was worried we're just going to see green guys the entire time.
And now it's 40 green mans.
Does Bumfuzzle speak Aslanti?
He does, yes.
How many languages does Bumfuzzle speak?
Let's see here. Goblin, Common, Aslanti, Binary, and Eoxian.
Languages. Okay. Well, you do hear maybe them whispering at one another because you're on the other side of these trees, only about 15 feet away. You can see their forms pretty easily, but you hear one of them say in Aslanti,
"Let none of them escape alive."
Okay. I'm gonna make a stealth of my own to sort of hide behind that tree, if that's okay.
You can try, but if you can see them, you're pretty sure it's full daylight. Besides this mist, they're more than likely able to see you now.
Okay,
does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, but it's sort of like dense brush, right?
Yes, you'd have to maybe on your next turn get inside there, or if some kind of conditions changed, make a stealth check then. But
okay, that's fine.
Right now we're going on to Win with a 19 in the initiative turn order. Miles, a move or a standard action in this surprise round?
He's gonna move. He's gonna move pretty much right up to one of the Aslanti soldiers or scouts.
Okay. Well, how much movement do you have?
40 feet.
Oh dear goodness. That's a lot. I was about to say, well, you can't move that far. You moved, let's see, 20 to here and 20 to here, just about all up on top of him in a very short amount of time. Even getting around the kind of bottleneck that is this section of the woods, where it tapers to just about 10 feet wide. You are a huge bear. How tall did we say Win was?
We didn't. I mean, I think we said about 10 feet tall.
Maybe 10, 11 if you're like, not slouching down.
If I'm feeling spry that night.
So yeah, a giant bear runs up behind you, Bumfuzzle. It's like bump, bump, bump. Yeah, there's no difficult terrain here, so you can make that full movement. And Talara, move or a standard action?
Yeah, just a move. I'm going to move up just right behind these bushes here, just about halfway to the Aslanti people.
So if you want to be able to see them, you have to be within 30 feet. You can tell that they're still over there from your perception check, but where you've moved, you cannot see them.
That's okay.
That's fine, because you know what that means. They probably can't see you too.
Right.
But on their turn, they have perceived you all walking through the woods, and these two not too happy.
That was just the surprise round, right?
We're still in the surprise round. It is their turn. When you can make an attack of opportunity because this one is going to try and shoot you point blank that you've moved up upon.
I'm gonna attack with my junk sensor.
Oh boy, I don't like this big bear already.
18 to hit.
I don't like it at all. That's a hit.
For 3 points of damage.
No, this is a KAC. I'm pretty sure the junk sensor is.
Yeah, bludgeoning and
bludgeoning
fire.
and flame, so it's KAC.
Yes, it's KAC.
And this is a melee weapon. How much damage does it do? What D6 does it use?
It uses 1d6.
Okay, so you've rolled a 3 on the dice. You need to add your strength to this. What is when the giant uplifted bear's strength modifier? Yeah, you gotta do some math now that you're a melee character.
2.
Okay, so that is 5 points of damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you come in and just slam this down on this girl. She looks like a pretty young human woman who looks like she wants to murder you now, and is going to point blank fire this rifle. Looks like a pretty low tech bolt action rifle of some sort. So let me go ahead and make that attack roll. Now, what is your KAC?
My KAC is 12.
Okay, I've rolled a 10 on the dice. That is a hit, and so I'm going to roll some damage. Bam. And point blank, 4 points of piercing damage. The rifle maybe catches your shoulder as you bring the sensor down on her.
Just put a flesh wound.
Oh, are you sure? Wynn's not dead?
Not yet.
I have to keep going now? Okay. And the other one does see a Bumfuzzle on the other side of these trees. It's going to try and fire through them. Is presenting. You're in like full cover, basically, from where they are fighting at. What is Bumfuzzle's KAC?
That would be a 16.
That's way too high. So I'm adding 4 to that because of the cover. Let's roll high. I rolled high. Yay. No. Patrick, everyone. 17 on the dice. Bumfuzzle, that is a hit. I need to roll some damage. Yeah, the bullet like pierces the tree you're hiding behind. This is a D8 damage. This is 6 points of damage. Shoo. Bullet tearing through. We are in what is known as the danger zone, everybody. Let's see here. That is just the surprise round, if you can believe it. One moment to set things up for turn number 1, and we are going now in regular turn order. We're back to you, Bumfuzzle. You just got shot.
So they're holding rifles then?
Yep. You can see them now. They look, like I said, pretty low tech, but very high quality rifles.
Okay. I am going to take a full action. We're going to do ourselves a little trick attack.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just
very excited.
I'm just going to scamper right on past this person. And as I'm running, I just toss out some caltrops like right underneath her feet to make her sort of look down and like look down at her feet while she's distracted. And then
So you're moving around and past this Azlanti soldier. It looks like to be some kind of buddy that is flanking with Wynn.
Something like a flank steak buddy or something. I don't.
Oh yeah.
This is a risky maneuver. As a part of the trick attack, you move and you can make this attack. But if you don't get the trick attack off, do they get an attack of opportunity?
Well, they're holding a gun, so no. And also
a gun.
Yeah.
You son of a gun! You played me.
I got you good. Okay.
This is a two-handed weapon, and last time I checked, Azlanti are humans, and humans have 2 hands.
Yep. All right, so this is an engineering check. Engineering +4.
Oh yes! Stop it! What are you doing to me?
That was a 32 on that check, so that goes through. So this is against a flat-footed a flat-footed Aslanti soldier who I am flanking. So here we go.
Now, are you making a melee attack?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. What kind of melee weapon Bumfuzzle got?
This is like a survival knife. It's sort of like a nasty like notched blade looking thing.
Ouch.
I sort of describe it as like their traditional dog slicers. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. So much buildup.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna use my thing. I'm gonna get it out of the way.
You're using your re-roll, your once per book re-roll?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Bert, no.
I love it so much. I love it so much in the first combat.
All right, yeah. So that'll be a 12 versus a flat-footed KAC. Sorry, a 14 versus a flat-footed KAC.
Oh well, that's like well beyond a hit.
Okay.
So, excellent. You're getting some extra damage here.
Yeah.
The trick attack.
Alrighty. So that is going to be 6 points of damage.
Oh my gosh! You just did more damage than the large bear with like a ball on a chain on their turn, right?
Yeah, it's a big old cut to the back.
This one's not looking too good, but as soon as you maybe pull the knife back, spin around, get ready to move again, you see behind you, about 20 feet in the mist, a third figure.
Oh no!
A male Aslanti figure, and got you right in their sights. You've moved within about 20 feet of them. But don't worry, because we're going on next, once again, to Win.
So Win looks at his wound and kind of presses it and immediately takes his hand away because it stings. And so he squares his eyes at the Aslanti scout and just looks her dead in the eyes and says, "Get him!" and casts Get him.
It's not a spell.
Whatever. I'm used to being a spellcaster. You cast it. Who
You throw it out there, and that is. It's been so long. A standard action at
that is
this level.
It's a standard or move, I believe.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. As a move action, you can choose one enemy within 60 feet. Until the start of your next turn, you and your allies gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls made against the enemy.
So let me just get this straight. Is this thing flat-footed to everyone, Jabert?
No, it's just flat-footed to my attack right now.
Okay, but you're flanking, get them, and I imagine you want to attack this one, Miles.
Oh, indeed, I do.
Jeez Louise, go right ahead.
That's a 21 for 8 points of damage. I guess it's a 22 with get him.
There it is.
Oh my goodness, you've rolled a 19 on the dice. What is happening?
That's 22 with get him.
That was so close to a cosmic crit if you had rolled the 20.
I know.
Max damage.
Max damage.
Yeah, at this level you don't add get 'em damage unless you.
No. +1 was to the 21.
Yeah. Oh, right. So I'll tell you right out, that's very much a hit. So let's not worry about that. But also tell you that you bring the sensor down, and there is a wet crunching noise from underneath the armor because they are way dead before they hit the ground.
Possum!
Ouch! Like that, I felt that in my bones. I believe they had a couple of hit points left, so let's talk about overkill when we stop recording tonight.
First kill of the game!
And that takes us next in the turn order to Talara. You hear the sounds of battle. You can see just the edge of your captain, the uplifted bear, swinging through the mist. What would you like to do?
I'm going to sneak around the bushes that I'm at right now and kind of stand behind Wen a little ways. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to cast Dancing Lights around this other scout, now that I can see where she is, to try to confuse her and get her away from Bumfuzzle.
Okay, is this a level 1 spell? No,
it's a level 0. I mean, yeah.
What exactly does it do?
It creates 4 lights, like flashlights, and I can put them wherever I want, and I can even move them if I want to. But I would like for them to kind of be placed sort of around this person to simulate maybe being cornered by other people who are holding flashlights or something in the mist coming out of the woods.
Oh, like a bluff check?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Let's see here. Whoop. Oh yeah, you are just within 30 feet here. Dancing lights you can cast within 100 feet, and yeah, there's a number of lights kind of popping up behind them. They take this figure takes a look behind her and doesn't not take her eye out of her rifle scope for more than like a second before she is now aiming in your direction.
Oh, great.
Thank you very much for pointing out where the spellcaster was in the party. That was going to keep these guys up at night. It's great timing as well because, oh no, I've not rolled that well in initiative. Next in the turn order is a Kaz. Drew, you've been patiently waiting. What you got?
So, what does Kaz know about this fight so far? Because everything is kind of out of his visual range. Have we been communicating what we are seeing? Or I tell you what, take two. The dancing lights, I can now see maybe beyond the 30 feet.
Nope, they don't. I mean, at anything, they make the fog more difficult to see through because they're reflecting over all the moisture there. You have heard gunfire and perhaps a shouting bear and goblin. So there's definitely a fight. It's just going on just outside of your vision.
Well, Wynn has telepathic abilities, so he's probably keeping people updated.
Yeah, that's fine. What would Wynn say here? Especially to Kaz.
Oh, don't worry about me. I just crushed one a little bit.
Just a little.
Take the one up north near Bumfuzzle.
Okay, who are we facing?
Aslantes.
Aslanti.
Yes.
And Kaz rushes, double moving to get into this fight, moving all the way up here and braces for combat.
Yeah. You got the dancing lights sprinkling above you. Yeah, as you can move in. Oh no. I don't like this chess maneuver you all are doing here and now flanking.
How much more anime can Kaz get? He's got dancing lights over him. He's the son of Ryu and Ken. He's got the anime hair. Like,
I can't wait for the music that Patrick puts behind this move.
This is the absolute worst. So that's a double move. That's going to take you your turn. They were about, you can tell, are scoping in on a tiefling across the thicket, even through this difficult terrain. But as you move up on them, they kind of wheel around, looking at you, Kaz. This one you've moved up upon, and they're going to take a guard step back in the dancing lights, and is going to take a single shot against you. Rue, what's your KAC?
My KAC is 16.
Jeez Louise, really? Why's everyone got 16? That's too high. Yeah, no. Nope. If you had charged, maybe, but you didn't have that direct line of sight. Just double moving, roll an 8 on the dice. That is a miss. The bullet just, cracks, whizzes right past your ear, hits this rocky kind of cliff face right behind you. And we have another figure in the fray that Bumfuzzle has seen. And Yeep. I think, they can see you and Kaz, but I think they're going to take a shot at the Bumfuzzler, the Bumfizzle for Rizzle. D20 roll. Ooh. Natural 20 on the dice.
Oh no! Well, guys, it's been fun. Like Bumfuzzle.
You know for a fact, we're shouting out one of our Patreon subscribers. And this is going. This is from James Hopkins, and they say, "Here's to Joey, Mark, and the rest of the Mystery Sodal O." And you too, Russell. Thank you very much for enabling me to get this natural 20. 1. 2, for a fact, if I could, I would be pulling a card right now, right?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm aware.
You guys, because
I bet you'd pull the one that gives me a negative level. I'd be back to being an NPC again.
Tune in next week to meet the new goblin Wibble Wobble.
I pulled the card just to see what it was, and it would have been useless for these stupid characters, so I'm very happy. Instead, I'm just getting that sweet double damage.
See, you all made fun of me for using my reroll right away.
All right. Well, I rolled extremely low on a crit. It is 6 points of piercing damage. Bullet going straight through the gut and out the other side. Man, I didn't
see any. It's been a long time since first level, huh?
Yeah.
6 damage is bad news.
That is all they're going to do. They're going to keep scoping in on you, and it brings us to the end of the turn order. Pretty far away at this point. Nikithi and Drone. Tyler, bottom of the turn order. What you got?
Nikithi is looking down at his drone Idis, and he's saying, "This is why I hate forests. Can't see, don't know where enemies are. Someone's getting shot, don't know who." So he's still complaining.
Shouts out, "It's me!
I've been shot several times."
Nikithi can't move very far, nor does he really want to. He's going to move 25 feet, just kind of straight up. And so he still can't see anybody, really. He can't see his friends. I mean, he can see Wynn of the Hexen Way. He can see Talara, but he can't see the enemies.
Correct.
He saw Kaz run off,
running through the mist.
So he's going to look at Idis and say, "You should probably go help him." And Idis will double move.
Ooh. So this is you using your standard action to boost your drone forward, right?
Yeah, correct. And so the Idis is able to double move, and because I'm able to, if I give up my standard action, the drone can take a standard and a move, and so it's moving up almost all the way behind Kaz.
Yeah, so, and you can sense through your drone's sensors now. In fact, this Aslanti form, who's only about 20 feet away from your drone.
Right. And that's everything.
Okay, then that's turn. Believe it or not, just turn 1. Let's go to the top of turn 2. Bumfuzzle, how you doing, Jabert?
Not ideal, but the best defense is a good offense.
No, I think it's the best. Is having a very strong defense is a very good defense.
Well, what can you do? Let's see here. It has been so long since I've gotten to do something like this. What are the rules around moving through through an enemy's space?
Oh boy, I don't know why we ever want to do that.
Ahsoki had to roll an acrobatics check to roll ladder, but
yeah. I mean, to move through someone is difficult.
Mm-hmm. Right, but if they can't attack of opportunity, can I still just make it through?
If you, I believe, fail the roll, no, like they will physically
just stop you,
block you. Mm-hmm. It's, I believe, an acrobatics roll, and I'm going to get to that section of the rules while we're chatting. But yeah, you do see this. If you're talking about the male Aslanti figure, it doesn't look like they have a weapon out. So while it might not be dangerous, they could stop you.
Wait, how do they not have a weapon out? How do they shoot me?
Not a melee weapon. I mean,
I see.
They won't be able to attack.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see. I'm going to hold my turn until just after Wynn goes.
You're not going to have to wait too long because Wynn is next in the turn order. Miles, we're back to you.
All right, so Wynn has seen his buddy Bumfuzzle get shot at, so he lets out this billowing roar and charges to the male Aslanti scout and is going to whack him with his junk sensor.
Oh no! But don't do that.
Oh no!
Yay! Oh, thank you. A low roll, 7 on the dice. Yes, thank goodness, a miss. Finally. Which means we're back to you, Bumfuzzle.
I could reroll though.
Yes, you could. No, you could. You all could reroll right now.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take another full action to move right up next to this person, and they've already seen the caltrip trick, so I'm just going to so I like reach into my utility belt and I pull out a ball, like a glass ball full of sand, and I throw it up in the air in front of their face and then shoot with my junk laser, and then just like pop it like right in front of their face.
No,
And,
not sand.
Yeah, sand. No, that's the worst
That is
kind of
really hard to
grain.
get out of armor. You
Yeah.
jerk.
Bucket sand!
Okay, and then I'm going to make myself a engineering check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so that would be a 25 on the engineering check. I assume this is not a CR5 enemy.
Yeah, that's enough.
Alrighty, and then we're gonna take a swipe with a knife, like right down to the foot. Oh, that was so close to a natural 20.
On my screen, the 20 is like half cocked on this D4 damage. That you rolled, but
mine too.
You still rolled super high.
Okay, yep. So that's gonna be a 18 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit. So roll that
Right.
trick attack bonus damage.
Absolutely, sir.
Max damage here on the
Oh, double
max damage on the trick
Nice.
attack.
Yeah, that's gonna be 8 points of damage, just like going right on down through that foot.
Pretty much a garbage class, the operative. I've said that multiple times before.
Many times. Yep.
Oh, jeez, Louise, 8 damage. Okay, so I don't know if you're keeping track at home. I think you put out like 14 points of damage already with Bumfuzzle. Let's go next in the turn order to Talara, Rebecca.
So I can see them because they're 35 feet away, right?
30 foot is unfortunately the...
Oh, 30 foot. Okay.
Yeah. So they've moved back a little bit, and it looks like just outside of your range. You can see forms in the fog, but like, are you looking at a small goblin or a medium-sized Aslanti? You'd have to move to make that call.
Okay, I'm going to move forward and pull out my laser pistol. Can I do that as I move?
Sadly, no. Not until
I'm used to my Solarian.
Yeah, not until you get that +1 bab, that sweet +1 bab bonus.
Man. All right.
I didn't make this character for you. You made her yourself.
Okay. I guess I'll pull out my laser pistol and get ready.
Ready you are to now within range see Kaz move forward, I imagine. Drew, it's your turn.
Kaz steps forward diagonally just to flank with Bumfuzzle. He looks at the Aslanti and says, "It is time to pay. Entropic strike!"
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hey, natural 3 on the dice.
That's a 7 to hit.
Well, you get a little bit of bonus there for flanking. It's still not enough. Even against the Entropic Strike is against EAC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, still not enough. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Kaz will
Which
remember
means-
this.
I didn't make you roll this. We are back to their turn. Yeah, she's just gonna try and guarded step away again, bleeding out from a goblin stab into a vital area on her backside. And yeah, she's got Kaz looking down at her. She can now see what looks like a fairly large Akata creature moving in, and the Bumfuzzle and a giant bear. I think she might be a little flustered. The dancing lights shining across her. Let's roll a d4, see who she's attacking. Going right down the turn order. 3 on the dice. Oh, it's coming right back to Kaz. She wants you down for some reason. D20 coming at you, Drew.
Ooh, that was so close.
Oh, I love the 3D dice so much, but it wanted to be another 20 for me. A 2 on the dice, natural 2. Womp womp. As much of a miss as I can generate here. The other one, the male Aslanti on Wen, is going to guarded step back and take a shot. The rifle cracking through the misty air at you all. 12 on the dice, that's a hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Garbage human being, that's what you are.
5 points of damage when shot. This one's going right through your calf. ooh, stings. You see blood pouring out over the red on blue fur. That is their turn, which means we are back to back to Nikithi, back to Tyler.
Dr. Nikithi.
I almost gave you a equal to 3.
Well, I mean,
It's an honorary PhD.
It could be a PhD.
he is a scholar. He is a scholar specializing in bioengineering.
So Professor Nikithi on the case.
Yes, thank you. It is Professor. So Nikithi is reading the data that's coming in through his custom rig that is being fed to him from his drone, and he's getting some readings that one of the combatants, the enemy combatants, is particularly weak and has been struck already several times. And so he is going to direct Idis to shoot at the Aslanti that just attacked Kaz.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I'm wondering, do I have to reposition? Is there any?
Did you say shoot?
Yeah.
Isn't it like an Akata? What are they shooting?
Oh, this is a heavily modified Akata.
Oh no! Stuff of nightmares.
From where Ida's is right now, they are provided a little bit of cover. It's about a +2 bonus. If they were to move closer to Kaz, they would get a unobstructed shot.
Okay. Idis will then move right next to Kaz.
Good girl.
Hoping that the dancing light behind Idis is providing a bit of blinding effect against the Aslanti.
Not how it works.
I know.
It would blind everyone.
Theater of the mind, Patrick. Theater of the mind. I'm not expecting statistical bonuses here. And so you see the like the tendrils that come out of an Akata's neck, right? The tendrils stand up and they all point at the Aslanti, and because these tendrils are actually barrels for a Gulch gun.
Oh my goodness! What?
A Gulch gun is a level 1 flame gun, and at the base of the tendrils are chambers for scattergun shells, and these scattergun shells burst internally and send gouts of flame out at a target.
We burn this forest down.
I don't like anything about this.
So you see fire coming out of these Akata tendrils as make a ranged attack. Let's see how I do. That's gonna be... you can ignore me.
Tyler. So much build up. Awesome.
I try so hard.
A 6 on the dice is gonna be a mess. So now, does that take your standard action as well, or do you still have a move action?
Yeah, I still have him. Nikithi has a move action, but he's not going anywhere.
You don't want to get shot by the Aslanti?
No, Nikithi doesn't really like the Aslanti, and so he doesn't want to be anywhere. He doesn't even want them to see him.
No one likes the Aslanti. The Aslanti's mothers don't like the Aslanti. We are back to the top of the turn order in turn 3. I don't have to fear any longer. Very excited, which means we're now back to Win.
All right. Well, Win is none too pleased about the hit he just took, so get him on the male soldier scout fellow, and he's gonna go bonking away. And it doesn't matter. This game is garbage. This game is garbage. I'm quitting the show.
Someone should roll over a 10 at some point here tonight.
One hopes or we're dead.
Hey, yeah. If I die, I got 6 months off. See you guys in late in the year.
Jabert Bumfuzzle's next.
All right, let's see here.
Apparently, the very combat effective was keeping it a secret from his
makes me so drunken angry. How effective he is.
Yeah, I'm going to, let's see, reach into my utility belt, and I'm going to pull out a bunch of sharp-looking discs, and I throw them at the Aslanti. They are just CDs, but it looks intimidating. I made them myself.
CDs.
Are they AOL like startup discs?
Yes, exactly. They say AOL on the sides. I found these in a junkyard in the vast.
Absalom Online.
Right. All right. There we are.
Jeez.
That's we have 33 on the engineering check. Is that okay? All right. Okay.
I mean, yes, you have a big bonus, It's a hard roll. It's I can tell you, it's DC 21 to get this trick attack. You're also rolling like 18.
Yeah, I'm
17
rolling
like every
absurdly well.
single time.
It's because he chose his dice color to be neon green.
That's right. All right, so here we go. Survival knife. I'm going to go for the other foot. Whoa.
Oh, wait, what is it? Oh,
that's 9
dice.
Yeah, that's a 9 versus flat-footed.
9. Yeah, no, you got no bonuses here to, no flanking bonuses, and against KAC, that's a miss.
All right.
Oh no. Talara, we're back to you. This one has moved closer, is only about 20 feet away from you. You see Bumfuzzle go wide, miss for once. Oh, what does she want to do?
Can I tell how damaged this girl is?
Yeah, she spins around and is like pointing the rifle at Kaz, and you can see a great amount of blood loss, armor kind of chipped and broken away on her backside. It looks like maybe 1 or 2 more hits, good hits, and she is down for the count.
Okay, with her back turned toward me, I'm going to level my laser pistol and take a shot.
One shot? Let's do this.
Yeah, just one. It's a 15.
That's a hit.
Oh, yay! That does 3 damage.
That is not enough to bring her down, but also close.
I did damage, though. That's, big for my character.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Put it on the board, everyone. Lauren's on the board. Let's see if... do you want to move or do any move action?
No, just stay where I am.
Let's see if Kaz can get there, Drew. We're back to you.
Kaz sees that the one just to the south is handled, or will be handled in this turn, very quickly. So
okay, bye. I love you too. Bye, Drew.
Are you leaving this fight, this one that's shooting at you?
No, I will step up.
Yay! Jabert wants to be everyone's best flanking buddy friend.
Right. Also, I have 3 hit points. I can't take another shot.
All right, so Kaz steps up and Entropic Strike. I can find it on my character sheet. There it is. Entropic Strike. Oh no! Kronk!
It's such a low DC to hit at this point, but natural toot's not gonna doot.
In another world, I went and natural 20'd the other guy.
Dear goodness, I have another shot at life with these Aslanti. This one that's now been shot and stabbed at by this party. Let's see. She can see a Talara. She can see this drone. I think the only person she can't see is Nikithi. So I'm going to roll a d5 and just go right down the initiative turn order who she's taking a pot shot at.
Don't be too.
No, she has a hatred, maybe an innate hatred for seeing a human running around with these aliens, because all she wants to do is destroy Kaz. I've rolled it again. Random. So D20 coming at you, Drew. Oh boy, I've rolled very low as well. Ooh. 4 on the dice is a miss, and the other one is going to guarded step back again into the forest. This one with Get 'em on him, not take an attack of opportunity, and is going to shoot at Win.
Oh, come on!
Yeah! The giant bear is easy to hit. I can do it. I can do it, I swear. D8. Almost max damage. 8 points of damage. Miles. How's Win?
I think down.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, no, he's not. He's fine.
You monster. I was about to say, that's the best present anyone could get me in this first fight. I'll take it back.
I forgot about my HP.
Oh yeah, that whole thing.
That whole chestnut.
Hit point pool. Tyler, we're back to you with Nikithi.
Oh boy. Well, there's nothing Nikithi or the drone can really do about the male soldier that has been get-emmed and is backing up further down the path. So I think it's best to just focus on this one we've already put damage into, but this time around, the drone, Nikithi is going to command the drone to close the distance. Close the distance. And so
move up.
It's going to take a little bit of a 5 foot guarded step and attack with its claws. Let's see if I do any better. I think I did better.
Shoot.
That's a 17 plus 3, 20.
That's a hit against KC.
That's going to be 4 damagios.
And that's enough. Yeah, you see your drone just pounce on this weakened Aslanti, dragging it down, taking the leg out from underneath her. She goes down, and a bloodied mane of a artificial blue Akata comes back up, looking to bring you another death prize, I guess.
Yeah, from back in the fog, you just hear Nikithi shout out, "Well done!"
And that is turn 3. Turn 4, Win, the not dead Win. What you got? No, they waited.
That's right.
So you are at the top.
All right, so that one is dead. So am I, because my character is bulbous in form?
Yes, bulbous.
Would he be blocking the way for everyone else to get to the male soldier?
You are definitely blocking the soldier's path and providing a good deal of cover to your friends, but your allies can move through your square unmolested.
Okay.
Especially Bumfuzzle, who just is like the perfect shape between your legs and can like run right through them.
So, I'm gonna keep get him on this old boy. Now, can I do a swift action to draw my Hall pistol?
Once again, it's a move action to draw unless you then draw with a +1 BAB. Unfortunately, Envoy.
So, okay, well, then I may not take get him, and then I'll probably just move forward a little bit.
Okay, so you want to move up on them?
Yeah, and then try to bonk them.
If you use get him, you don't have the action economy to do that.
No, I said I wasn't. I said I wasn't going to use
I'm sorry. Apologies.
4 on the dice, Miles. 4 on the dice.
I am done with this game.
Time to make new characters, right?
It is time to go back to school.
That is a miss, and that brings us to Bumfuzzle's turn.
Let's see. So is this space right down, like right down here? Is that like open and available?
Yeah, she's moving into, or he's moving a little further into a clearing.
I see. So there's like sort of a glade that's opening up here.
Yeah, this map is mainly defined where it's a good deal kind of narrow, but we're moving off the map. We're moving into uncharted territories, which means that is open.
All right,
flanking on the other side of a win.
Great. So I'm going to rush in, and I'm going to flash my my dog slicer out, and I'm just going to go ahead and make the engineering check before I describe this.
Oh no.
Okay, that would be a 23. So that's good.
Yeah.
And so I take my dog slicer and I sort of bring it out like I'm gonna like bring it in at the knee. And then at the last moment, I sort of skip to the side and I pull up my other hand and I blast with a junk laser.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Haha. You thought it was going to be the one thing, but now it's the other thing. Pew.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Loud.
So
that wasn't a laser, right, Tyler?
No, he said junk pistol, right?
Oh my God, is that what that sounded like was?
Yeah.
It's called a junk laser, but it's
just do a laser.
Just a regular laser's good.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 10. Sorry, that's going to be 10 versus flat-footed EAC.
10 against flat-footed EAC. Now, are you counting in the flanking for that?
Yes, I am.
You do not get the flanking on a ranged attack, even with a trick attack.
Yeah.
So this natural 4 is a miss.
Oh man!
All you have to do is roll like 10 or better, and these guys are dead as a doornail. But oh boy, Oh no, the pistol was not a useful gambit. Bringing us to Talara.
All right. I'm going to use a spell.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I'm going to say, come on out, short stuff. Show 'em what you've got. And summon my tiny, tiny demon.
Is that some kind of euphemism? The tiefling euphemism?
They're tied to tiny demon.
Yeah, they're tiny, tiny demon.
What is this spell, tiny demon?
It's summon creature. And I have chosen a tiny demon as my level 1 summon creature.
What have we done? What have we done with these playtest characters? Classes.
What's that song from Elton John?
Hold me closer,
Tiny
tiny
Dancer?
demon.
I'll
but
say that next time.
Okay.
this works like a summon creature, and you've chosen what have you chosen? Devil, demon,
Demon.
demon. Oh yeah, you said it like 5 times. A demon. That's your level 1 summon. Now,
It is technically a tiny demon. I'm not just saying that. It is a tiny demon.
casting time for this is 1 round, which
Yes.
means it's coming in next turn, which will be turn
Yep.
5.
Yep.
But you can summon that thing basically anywhere within like 100 feet.
Yep.
So let's speed the play. Get back to Kaz. Drew.
Kaz needs to double move to get right up on this Aslanti.
Oh no. He is surrounded on 3 sides now. Which is not good. I'll say that first thing. Second thing, they are going to 5-foot step back, drop the rifle as much as I
Is he?
don't want to do that. Yes, he's taking a guarded step back. And is I'm not getting any more attacks from you. Attacks of opportunity. Miles has made more attacks of opportunity in this season already than all of season 1.
Almost as many times as I asked if I could.
They pull out a survival knife, but yeah, this wicked-looking blade, and are going to, dear goodness, please try and hit somebody. They can only reach a Win or a Bumfuzzle, and I think they think the bigger threat, obviously, is the giant uplifted bear. They've not been hit by either yet. So let's take that knife to the bear. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
It wanted to be a 20 again.
Yes!
I mean, I know this is low levels. We've rolled the worst in this game.
This is
ever rolled.
it's been a pretty abysmal.
This fight should have been over half an hour ago.
2s and 4s.
One of our season 1 characters could have cleaned this whole thing out.
Okay. We are back to Nikithi. Tyler, bottom of turn 4.
I didn't think we'd make it back to me.
Are you having tea somewhere and like, oh
Yeah. I'm holding my tea and my biscuits, and I don't know what to do. I'll pass.
You'll pass.
You'll pass.
Oh, yeah. You know what? No, Nikithi will double move over to where Idis is. And Idis is very playfully playing with the dead Aslanti, and he'll congratulate her and run a diagnostic on her, making sure she's not injured. And that's my turn.
I've not attacked it yet, believe it or not. And
Yep. Diagnostic comes out perfect.
turn 5, Win of the Hexen Way. Miles not doing so well. Into HP damage, is that correct?
Oh yeah.
This Aslanti, this pretty tall Aslanti, like a 6'3" human soldier, has got a knife, trying to knife fight you. What you want to do?
Balk him.
All right, well, let's let those dice do the talking, like they've been doing all night.
Are you kidding me? It was at the 20 and it rolled down to the 2. I think this game just hates large characters. I'm the new Tyler.
This is the
I'm
best.
having an existential crisis right now.
We gotta save these dice rolls for posterity. I think advanced civilizations will look back on them and be like, "What went wrong? Where did human civilization fail?"
We got to clear our cache. First
that's
cleared
not a-
cache in season 2.
That's not a
We gotta
thing.
do it.
Do you want to make a move action? You can pull out your
Attack.
pistol now if you want.
Attack again.
We can throw a get him out there.
Yeah, I'll attack again.
No, you have to declare that before you attack. Nice try, Tyler.
All right, well, you know what? We have the magic of editing. I'm going to attack twice.
No, that's not how it works. No, a full attack you have to declare beforehand. Full attack is different.
I will take a guarded step back.
Oh, okay.
Because, see, magic of it is still within range to whack them.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens with Bumfuzzle next.
All right, let's see. So I'm gonna take the fact that this guy is still within reach of Win, and I'm going to just run to the back. And as I go, I drop a bunch of ball bearings on the ground.
Jeez.
This is like
That's Home Alone?
Yeah, I'm trying to Home Alone this thing.
Right?
I used up all my real good stuff, all my good descriptions.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I remember when Kevin McAllister threw CDs at the wet bandits. I was just copying that.
That might have been Home Alone 3. I didn't see that.
Okay.
one.
Now,
here we go.
if you fail this, they will get an attack of opportunity, correct?
Did this person pull out a melee weapon?
Oh, they've got their knife out too.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now the dice rolls matter before they didn't really.
Yeah, here we go. Let's do it.
Yes! Jeez Louise. Bert, come on. 32. Another 17 on this trick. These are, the trick attacks have gone off without a hitch. Like,
Yeah.
Bumfuzzle is like the most master gadgeteer in the universe.
I've got that Kevin McAllister luck.
Okay. Roll those attacks.
And and then I'm gonna just kind of come down at the calf with my survival knife. That's gonna be a 18 on the attack.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Alrighty, here comes some extra dice. All right, 7 points of damage.
All right, first damage on this guy, and it is a massive bloody gash from a goblin sword. Ouch. And that brings us to Talara. We've got a fun new friend. Like, we needed more combatants here.
Yeah.
Apparently we do. A demon
He's so cute. Right.
pops into existence.
Yeah, so this teeny tiny little black demon pops up where Talara can see him, but he has a lust for blood. And so he flies 30 feet over here. I don't have a little token for this, so I don't know how to show this. But, okay, great. So he's going to actually go here so that he's flanking with Bumfuzzle.
Right, so move in on the opposite side of Bumfuzzle, right next to Win. When a tiny demon flies right next to you. I don't know if you've ever seen this Talara.
Please don't smash it. And he's going to make a bite attack against the Aslanti.
Oh, drink some of that blood I opened up on that leg.
He's going to try.
Guzzle
Nom, nom, nom,
down.
nom, 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 nom.
It's a demon Baskin Robbins right
Do the do.
All right. Okay, so that's an 18.
Yes!
Yay!
Hold me closer, tiny demon.
I'm pretty sure you meant to roll like a 4 or a 2, somewhere in that range. You really messed up this attack.
These are the rolls to which I have become accustomed.
That is a hit.
Okay, so that's gonna do let's see, 7 piercing damage.
No, it can't be that high.
Yeah, it's 1d6 plus 3 piercing.
What did you roll on the damage dice? 7 damage? Is that
7
right?
piercing damage. Yep.
On a d6.
Yep.
The demon flies over and takes this thing's throat out. It tears the Aslante's throat out and begins feasting on its soul. It's dead. It is fully dead. Dead as a darn doornail.
Awesome.
And we're out of combat.
Yeah. How long does that tiny demon last?
Just 1 round. It's 1 round per level.
Oh, okay,
I'm
that's
glad
why.
that it worked.
Yeah, because that's all you need is 1 round of murder.
Apparently. Good lord.
Okay, yeah. And we're out of combat. The demon flies back over, painted in human blood, and then just kind of poofs in a puff of smoke back to whatever demon waiting room you've summoned it from. Oh, geez Louise. Yeah, so you guys are out of combat and can catch your breath looking over these dead bodies. Does anyone need a 10-minute break?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Do. Yeah, your boy do.
You guys took a little bit of damage winning a bump fuzzle at the front there.
Yeah, Kaz needs a 10-minute break just to cool down because he didn't get to punch anything.
Yeah, these guys were gun kata-ing out of the way with rifles, just like you're catching the butt of their guns, maybe a thick piece of their armor. Not a single one got through.
So the current kill tally: Nikithi 1, Talara 1, Win 1.
Are we keeping a kill tally?
We're gonna keep kill. This season is good. We're gonna have a kill count.
Are you counting that kill as yours from your drone?
Oh no, I'll count it. That's a good point. I'll count it as Idis. Yeah. We'll do a kill count. We'll keep Idis's kills separate.
Right, yeah. So you guys can rest up, Win, Bumfuzzle. The rest of you, if you want to take a look at their kit, doesn't seem like they have anything in the way of field provisions or anything to be out here for a long period of time. You find no rations, but you do find they're all wearing Aslanti armor, and now you can see it in better focus. Like I said, it's covered in blood as it is, but it is an equivalent of Pact World heavy armor. In fact, is equivalent of troop ceremonial plate from the CRB. You find amongst them, they have 3 Imperial pacification rifles, which the equivalent of them in the Pact are hunting rifles, and 30 rounds of long arm ammunition, and they each have a survival knife as well. So this is heavy armor that they're wearing. Is anyone looking for an upgrade immediately?
I can't wear heavy armor quite yet, which is silly because I'm a freaking bear.
Everyone knows
Race has
bears
nothing to do.
love heavy armor.
I understand that. I understand the rules. I'm just saying, bear will be able to put on heavy armor. So yeah, no, I can't take the armor yet.
I was about to say you'd have to like cobble together all 3 of the armor into like a large bear.
Oh yeah, that's also a problem with my character.
Yeah. You gotta find some large armor.
I need to go to a store where I'm gonna like the way I look.
Does anybody want to take the armor weapons with them, or are you just leaving them?
Well, we should
I'll
take
stuff
them.
some in my backpack.
Yeah, I'll take one of the knives.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else want to equip something to your person, or?
I do not appear to require new armor, as they could not hit me, but we should take it to sell later, as Lanti Tech does fetch a higher price.
Yeah, the ceremonial troop plate armor is like 3 bulk each. That's pretty bulky. But those rifles, maybe.
Yeah, we can take the rifles.
How long would it take to destroy these armor for the sake of UPBs?
I mean, you'd have to have some kind of engineering lab, proper equipment in order to break them down to get anything salvageable out of them. So it's take it or leave it, as it were.
We'll take the knives. Let's take all the knives, the hunting rifles, and 1 set of armor, and leave the other 2 sets.
Okay, I mean these guys, they're not going anywhere, so
we should hide them, and we can get them on the way back to the ship.
Hide them in the bushes. So
that's a good idea.
So Miles, you're taking one of those knives?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you're stripping one of these corpses, taking their armor off them, you notice something on their backs. Kaz, especially as you're watching maybe Win rip the armor off. It's a tattoo, and it reads in stylized Aslanti letters. The initials IVSC. Why does anyone that wants to takes a peek at this roll me a culture check, see if you know what this is, what this means. Right, so Bumfuzzle is just like the most well prepared for fighting Aslanti here. Maybe read up on the every data stream Goblin can get his hands on before he came out here on this mission. Yeah. Bumfuzzle and Kaz, you both see this tattoo, maybe share a glance over it, and you both know this role. Maybe you've seen it on the battlefield before, Kaz, or you've seen it in some files, Bumfuzzle, from Aslanti dead, some of the few bodies they've recovered. But this tattoo marks this person, and you can check the other 2. They are as well members of the Imperial Vanguard Scout Corps, the IVSC. And Kaz, as you see this, in your memory flits back to it, of some Aslanti you've fought in the past. you have flashes of a far-off battlefield that you can barely remember, stealing armor off a Des Aslanti, and you've seen this marking before. The IVSC is basically the army in training. Many Aslanti join it in order to serve required military time as part of the vanguard of scouts, spies, and others that they use this as like a stepping stone to graduate into advanced war programs like the espionage academies or the illustrious Aeon Guard. But that is what you know of these dead Aslanti that you've killed.
They call themselves a vanguard, but they are no such thing.
It looks like our suspicions are confirmed. The Aslanti are indeed here. What could this mean?
And I look to somebody else who has more insight into, I don't know, anything.
Well, are you and Kaz sharing this with the other three?
Yeah, I think Bumfuzzle and Kaz maybe give each other a meaningful look, and then I would share that out with the group.
Keithy comes over and he maybe uses his custom rig to snap a picture of the tattoo for later research, and he says, "Perhaps this is just a group that was sent out because our ship was detected by some sensor."
Perhaps, however, the anti-air facilities that we saw as we came into the system prove otherwise. I would think that we are due for many more combat with vanguards such as these, as well as who knows what else.
Perhaps they were but a scouting team.
Yes, I agree.
A scouting team doesn't have this kind of tech. Look at what landed in that clearing that we were supposed to land our own ship in to deposit these supplies. They are here, and they are here in force.
I agree, Kaz, that they are here in force, but I think that force sent out a scouting team to investigate the surrounding area.
Precisely my point. It may be that they have not... Well, if we're still in the jammed signal zone, then maybe the others don't know we're here yet. Perhaps we should proceed cautiously, and then take them by surprise.
I agree, and we should do so quickly. This missing troop will be noticed soon enough when they do not report back.
Whether you go forwards or backwards, I can tell you on the experience total tracker, you're going forwards after this fight, having made it out of alive. Everyone that is alive, I think that's everyone, right? Is getting some XP.
Hooray.
This fight, this was a CR2 fight. This is a big one, which means you're all getting, as a party, 600 XP, and we are indeed dividing that 4 ways. Everyone getting that quarter share, which means everyone's getting 150 XP. Is anyone keeping track? Do you need me to give you the subtotal so far?
100%.
The subtotal is 450.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
200,
right?
250 last episode, 150 this episode.
I can do math. 400.
Minus 4 points to Nikithi, and plus
at least
4
I wrote
points
it.
to Bumfuzzle. To House
I
Bumfuzzle.
wrote it down just because I did the math. Whatever.
Right, so are you guys turning tail back to ship?
Pressing forward, right?
Yeah, I think we better press forward, but lay low.
If anybody has a good survival, I think Nikithi would see if we couldn't track their tracks back to where they came from.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good one. Believe it or not, I've got good survival.
I've got a lot of skill ranks.
Got 13 on survival.
I will
Let's
assist.
see.
I will assist with the survival check.
Oh, Jesus.
Never mind.
Let's just let Bumfuzzle do everything.
I'll just handle the skill checks.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they were trying to really hide their tracks and kind of following back the direction they were going. It looks like a little circuitous route. They're trying to cover a lot of this forest, but this route, winding as it may be, as you're following along, you can tell is heading in the direction you were heading, back perhaps to Madelon's landing, the colony.
Is this the kind of track that just sort of a generic scouting party kind of would do to cover a lot of area?
Yeah. Maybe they were looking for something out here. Maybe it was you, but it does seem like they weren't walking single file towards your ship. At the very least, it looks like they were out here indeed ranging or scouting something or someone.
Do they have any communications equipment on in their armor that we could salvage to get access to any Aslanti comms?
Unfortunately, it looks like it might be coded either magically or genetically to their person, because you pick up their helmet and you can get basically nothing but the static burst of the signal jammer.
That's cool. We can just cut off their heads. just prop them up in there and listen in close to it.
No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. As you're marionetting one of their dead heads, bustle through the jungle. Yeah, it seems like they walked through a clearing about 30 foot across, covered in thick, high grass. And while it doesn't impede your movement here, as you step through it, you can see these very small rodents kind of darting between the blades and jumping into little dens, little burrows. And that's what you see at the very front of this party, a bumfuzzle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Can I try to identify those?
Yeah, some kind of rodent, weevil, some kind of creature. It is more than likely indigenous to this unknown colony world. So not something that you've got access to.
I would never have identified those before.
They're like 1/8 CR, so we're not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
They have half a hit point.
Right, but they're scurrying away from us, right? Like they're
yeah, well, the funny thing about that is while they're doing so, you suddenly hear nearby animal noises, obscured in the mist, the thick foliage around you, but it's growing in volume, and then there's a second animal voice off to the side. Then a third, kind of in a triangular formation. They go, to be continued next week on the show.
What?
You've angered the Nakondians, or whatever is coming out of the mist next week. They didn't
Never
really
go
say
into the long
to
grass.
be continued. That was me, guys. I'm not going to lie to you.
What?
Yeah, no, it's these animal hoots and hollers. They're coming for you.
Probably
Next week.
will. The way I've been
That'll be
rolling,
fine.
absolutely.
Oh, boy. We're not too far into season 2, and this has been probably the most ridiculous episode we've ever recorded.
Shocking episode. Good lord.
Do you guys remember when Rebecca summoned a demon from HE double hockey sticks and it bit that guy's head off?
Yeah.
I guess I am used to summoning in like Pathfinder, and I was like, oh, it can't be that good. No, that demon was horrific.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see a +5 to attack and a +3 to damage. I wasn't ready for that.
Jabert, did you do like 21 points of damage tonight?
yeah.
Did I keep that track correctly?
Right. I wasn't counting, but it was somewhere around there. It was.
Oh my goodness!
I got a few good rolls.
I'll say.
Got the only good rolls tonight.
Yeah, you rolled a lot of 17s and 18s. This was a fun combat. I have been waiting to see how the 6 of you guys have interacted. We got to see starship combat last week, a full-on ground war with Aslanti soldiers this week.
Mm-hmm.
What's coming next week, guys?
I think we're gonna have to fight these weevils.
They come out in mass and form one super weevil.
Kaz will,
Yeah, it's called Super Weevil.
Kaz will punch something in the face and mean it this time.
If you said this was long grass, then it's got to be Velociraptors. Just
Clever girl. We won't have to wait too long because next week when we start the episode, I love starting in combat. We'll get there though. Until then, let's wrap this one up. Thanks everyone for playing with me.
Thank you,
Thank
Patrick.
you.
Thank you.
And say, we'll see you in the rest of season 2. Good night.
Good
We'll
night.
see you in the rest of season 2. Good night.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Space beam!